In Bangladesh, the brutal murders of people who are perceived to be different continue unabated. The latest to be hacked to death by suspected Islamic vigilantes was Xulhaz Mannan, a prominent gay rights activist. It's a murder that has pushed Bangladesh's already embattled LGBT community underground. But one young activist who worked with Xulhaz agreed to speak to NDTV because he says without blood, there is no freedom. For more on that story, let's now go across to my colleague Xulhaz Mannan, who in fact now joins us live from Dhaka on that special story. Vasu, clearly these murders, as we just reported, are continuing unabated, and of course many questions are being asked about just why the government is not able to crack down on the perpetrators of these horrific attacks.
Absolutely. In fact, today the police held a press conference where they released a list of the number of people they've arrested, the number of cases they've actually detected, to try and convince both the people of Bangladesh as well as the world community that they are doing enough to crack down on these wave of attacks. But nobody is really convinced, least of all Bangladesh's gay community, that says that they've repeatedly been warning the police about the fact that they've been receiving these death threats. And Xulhaz himself, who you just mentioned, who was murdered last week, had also told them that he faced death threats after he took part in a small gathering of Dhaka's gay community just a few weeks ago. But despite that, he was murdered in his apartment. Now, this young man that we spoke to was somebody who worked closely with Xulhaz on his magazine Roopban. He, like virtually every single member of that magazine and of the community, are in hiding. Their phones are switched off. But he took this risk of speaking to us. We, of course, concealed his identity, as you'll see. But we asked him, why did he do this? Why did he take this risk, given the fact that there is such a violent outcome that could await him and others like him? And he said, quite frankly, that they fought a very long, hard struggle with Roopban and with the community to bring it up to a certain point, and that sometimes, he said, that freedom comes at great risk. It can be injury, it can be even death.
It was really shocking for us, that's really unbearable incident and great loss for us.
In a hotel room in Dhaka, we meet Bappy, not his real name.
Today or tomorrow.
It is a deeply unusual encounter. He was until recently an activist with Roopban, Bangladesh's only LGBT magazine. In itself, no easy role in a country which frowns on homosexuality.
People always react badly, and that's like I'm a sinner, we are the meanest creature of God, and we should be killed.
Did you hear that about yourself when you were growing up?
Sure, I heard it.
Who were the sort of people who would say this to you?
My peer groups, from the people on online, social network, Facebook, even over phone.
The threats became real when Roopban's founder Xulhaz Mannan was brutally hacked to death inside his apartment.
They are hiding and they are switching off their phone, they are deactivating their social network, Facebook IDs and others networking. They are just hide it.
They've just gone underground, basically.
Yeah.
In CCTV footage accessed by NDTV, the men who killed Xulhaz can be seen running from the scene of crime. Al-Qaeda has taken credit for the murder. The police insist it's a local group.
People who are all the time try to report to us, we try to give them security cover that we do as per our capacity, right? And if it is, we have 160 million people, and 160 million people demands that everybody should be given a bodyguard is impossible idea.
Someone has to take this responsibility. I want to fight till the death, and that is how freedom can achieve. Because without blood, without fight, no freedom, no achievement.
With camera person Xavier and Sonal Matharu, Xulhaz Mannan in Dhaka for NDTV.